Hello, artists. Hey, happy Friday to you. Okay, so today we are just going to color our cardinals. So let's go ahead and get started. So for coloring our cardinals, we can use markers, crayons, or color pencils, or watercolors, whatever you have. Let me go ahead and pull up the cardinal for us. Here we go. All right. So we can see that the cardinal is red, right? So we'll need red. It's a little bit orangish in some parts, so it's kind of like a red-orange, so we'll get orange. I see some brown, and I see some black. I do see a bit of gray, but I don't really have a gray crayon, so I'm going to use white. Okay, so we've got red, orange, brown, black, and white. Okay, so you can use markers. There just won't be a white. And if you use markers, I would suggest then going over everything with a wet paintbrush. And that way, everything is nice and smooth. And you can blend better. Or you can use colored pencils. That might be the best option. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna use crayons today. And we're gonna see if we can do a little blending with these. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's start with the crest of the cardinal. We can see the crest and the crest and the breast of the cardinal are all about the same color, red or reddish orange, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and color my red. Oh, and that red is kind of dark. So I wonder if I can go over that with the orange, if that will make that less dark. Okay, that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna go over and I'm just going to color in the details of that crest. My crayon there. And I can color in. And when I'm coloring with my crayon, I want to make sure that I'm really close to the tip, because if I color up here with my crayon, then my crayon will probably break. And that happens to me a lot. So I want to make sure that I'm really close to that point of the crayon. And then I'm pressing hard, or a little bit harder, so that I get a lot of crayon on there and I shouldn't see any white space in the coloring. So here I go, I'm just coloring in, see, these sections here. Oops. So I'm going to just make my crayon lines here so I remember where I'm coloring with my red. And you can see when I'm coloring all in the same direction. Or if I start a new direction, then I kind of just move my crayon a little bit at a time to get to that new direction. Okay, now if I see any white spots, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can color those in when I have very few of those white spots in there. All right, very good. All right, so now this under part, is a little bit more orange. It's still red, but it's a little bit orange, and there's some white in there too. So I'm going to use my red first, but you can see how I'm coloring just lightly with the red. Oops, in there too. Okay. And then I'm going to go over that with the orange. Okay, and then let's go over that again with the red. Let's push a little bit harder this time. There we go. You can see how we've blended orange and the red there. All right, then we can go up to the wing here. And the wing is red. I see red and brown, like a reddish brown or brownish red here. And these wings, there's a little bit of white up here. So let's color these next. So let's start with red again, but just lightly. Oh, and we want to make sure that we keep these lines here. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just outline these little feathers with my black so that those do not disappear. Oops. Okay. We can always clean that up later. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and color this in with the red again. Don't press too hard. Okay. And there we go, just like that. Okay, then I'll take my brown, just like we did with the orange, and I'm going to go over that also. Okay, and then let's go over it again with the red, pressing a bit harder. Going in each of those little wings, or those little feathers, I mean, on the wing. I'm going to try and blend these together here. So blend the body with that wing by just going over that with the red again, like that. Oops, I got a little bit out of the line, but a little bit out of the lines there. So that's okay. It gives the bird a little bit more of its own personalization. Makes it more unique. All right. So let's see. These feathers look like they are more red and brown, and then a little bit orange. So let's start with, okay, we don't want to miss these feathers. We don't want to cover those up. So let's go ahead and just outline them again with our red or our black crayon. very careful, be patient. Also talking to myself because sometimes I'm not so patient. So let's all be very patient at this time. There we go. All right, so let's start with red. Color in each of those sections lightly. Then orange. With about medium pressure. So not too soft, but not hard. Okay. And then we'll go back to red. And I'll press a bit harder this time. All right. And then we have the tail feathers. So those are reddish orange. I see some black in there, some gray. And they look a lot lighter with the light shining from this side that's showing, and then some shadows toward the back. Okay, so let's start with, let's see. I don't want to lose all of this. Okay, so let's start with black. Try to make these thin lines, okay? Try really hard to make those very thin. Okay, then we'll take our red very lightly in each section. And then we'll take our orange in each section. Okay, and then, okay, then we'll take our red again. And then we'll take our white crayon and go through each section, but stop before you get to the end. So just about from the start of that section to almost the end, but not all the way to the end. Okay, and then at the end, let's see if we can darken that up just a little bit. So just add a little, like very light, draw very light with your black crayon, just on the end part there. Let me bring this up so you can see that a little bit easier. Here we go. And I wonder if I could make that even lighter. Let me see here. So what I'm doing is I'm scratching away with my fingernail on each of those sections where I colored with the white. I'm just scratching away to see what that does. Yeah, there we go. And now we have a little bit more detail in there. That looks a lot better. Okay, so now let's take our white crayon and let's add a little bit of white to this wing, this part of the wing here, the upper wing. I'm just going to color over the top of the red. And when I get down here to the detail, just making sure I don't color over the black, I just color in between. There we go, because the bird is the cardinal is a lot whiter there, or lighter. And let's color a little bit of white here. So from here to the end of the bottom of the bird here. Just like that. Okay, now that's hard to see. Okay. Well, there's a lot of black there. Let's see if I can fix that. Okay. Now we're going to add the mask of the cardinal. So I wonder, let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Oh, hi. We're going to take our black crayon, and first we can color in the eye. So we're going to leave a little bit of white there near the top. Do you see this shape here? It's almost like a crescent shape. And then we're going to color in the rest of the eye, all black. Leave a little bit of space around the outside. Okay, and then his mask is all black, so we'll color in this whole area. Leave a little bit of room around the eye. Otherwise, we'll color in this whole area with black. And I don't want it to look too neat because you see on the cardinal, you can see his feathers here. It's not like a straight line. He has feathers. Okay. Oh, and a little bit up here. Let's see. There we go. All right. And then for his beak, it is mostly orange, a little bit of red, so, and some white. So I'm going to color here and then just like that. So I just leave a little bit, just in this little shape here. It's like a little rectangle, almost like a rounded rectangle of white. And then on the bottom, I'm going to leave that much white, and then I'll color the rest here. And then I'll color that white, but I'll pull some of that orange in there with it. Okay. Ooh. I'm going to scratch a little bit away there because I got a little bit of black stuck in there. So just a little bit of scratching. There we go. Okay. Maybe we can put a little bit of red in there. There we go. All right, and then for his legs and feet, let's go ahead and color them orange lightly. And then did you guess that we were going to go over that orange with white? If you did, you were so right. So then we'll go over that with our white crayon, and you want to press hard with your white crayon. Same thing with the other foot. Fight with your orange crayon. And then press hard with your white crayon, making sure that we stay in the lines here. There we go. Okay, for the fence post. There we go. All right, so let me go ahead and put that back. Oops. There we go. All right, so we have a bit of fence post here. Oops. And we want to keep some of these details in here. But the side of our fence post is mostly black, so I'm just going to color a little bit of brown and then black on the sides of that fence post. Again, holding close to the tip of your crayon so those don't break. Can't believe I haven't broken any crayons yet. Hope I didn't jinx myself. All right, and then for those fence posts, I'm just going to go ahead and outline them with the black. Okay, and then I'm going to go over those details that I drew last time with my black crayon. And I'm going to color very lightly with my black crayon with up and down motions, trying hard to stay in the lines. So you don't have to do it all in one. You can do a little bit at the top. See, I'm just kind of going back and forth, but up and down. And then you can do a little bit more as long as you're just staying vertical. Up and down, vertical. And then when I get close to the end, see how I'm just pushing down? So I'm starting at the top and then going down, starting here, and then coming down off of the paper. Okay, oops, I missed one. All right, same thing here. So again, just up and down. Just going. And come down. There we go. All right, so now we just need a background. So back here in the original, there are a bunch of leaves. It looks like it's a tree. So here's what we can do. Oh my gosh, I didn't say a color for the background. So here's what we're gonna do. For the background, you can choose your background. So it should be some kind of natural background. You can put the leaves from the original photo. You can put a tree branch back there. Maybe you want to put a house, like the side of a house here. Whatever you'd like to do. I think for myself, I'm going to put a tree branch, let's see, out here with some leaves on it. But I will show you mine when I'm done. So have fun. I hope you had fun coloring your cardinal with me. I really loved your drawings. You all did so great with these cardinals. And so I can't wait to see them when they're all colored and finished. Have a great day, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, friends.